Will Ghost Recon Future Soldier make the Xbox One backwards compatibility list? There's a slight chance. What is going on, guys? They call me Empy. Welcome to another video on the channel today. Today we're going to talk about Ghost Recon Future Soldier, and we're going to talk more specifically about Xbox One backwards compatibility. For those of you that don't know, Xbox just announced that backwards compatibility is hitting our Xbox consoles on November 12th. That means that the Xbox One is getting redesigned with a completely new user interface, completely integrated with Windows 10. And finally, we're going to have access to backwards compatibility. We're going to have access to that emulator that's going to play our 360 games, as long as they're on that list published by Microsoft. And after doing some digging, I found the list, and it really hasn't grown since I last checked it. I could actually fit all of these 360 games at the moment that are going to be available with backwards compatibility onto one screenshot. That's right here. There's not a lot of games on this list. It's very disappointing, and I really thought they'd be updating it as we moved forward. My guess is their game plan is on November 12th. There are games already confirmed for backwards compatibility that haven't been added to this list yet. So on November 12th, they're probably just going to overhaul the whole list, add a bunch of games, and we'll see where we are at that point. So now we can move on to the big question. Is Ghost Recon Future Soldier a viable option to be placed on this list? Well, Xbox, Microsoft specifically has a page dedicated to players specifically voting for the options that they want to see in backwards compatibility, and surely enough, Ghost Recon Future Soldier is listed there. Here is the webpage Xbox Feedback, specifically backwards compatibility, where players can vote for their favorite old gen games to bring back onto current gen. You can see the top 3 games have about 90,000 plus votes for them, with Black Ops 2 leading the charge. I wonder where Ghost Recon Future Soldier stacks up to Black Ops 2. Well, if you type that sucker in, you can see that it just about breaks 8,000 votes. Now, I really do encourage all of you to vote, but it doesn't seem very likely that we're going to see Future Soldier on Xbox One. I wouldn't be too sure of yourselves, guys. If you pre-order Rainbow Six Siege right now, you get access to Rainbow Six Vegas 1 and 2, which are 360 games, and they're not listed on that list. So that list is not the be-all end-all. There are other ways Microsoft is letting the public know that games are going to be available. They seem to be not updating it as fast as they should be, so that doesn't mean that Ghost Recon Future Soldier isn't coming to Xbox One. You can take a look at Vegas 1 and 2's numbers on this website, and you can see that they just about fall into the same range that Future Soldier does. About 8,000 votes, give or take a couple of hundred, but it's pretty much in the same range. And again, through a pre-order bonus, we're getting Vegas 1 and 2. So that could mean, maybe, potentially, through a pre-order of Wildlands, maybe we could get Future Soldier along with that bundle as well. Here are 2 old-gen Tom Clancy games that are coming out with a new Tom Clancy game. Why wouldn't Wildlands work the same way? Wildlands is a game set to release in 2016, and maybe they'll throw in Future Soldier just to make us Ghost Recon fans a little bit happier. A pre-order bonus is an incentive to buy the game. Clearly it's not about numbers, because Black Ops 2 has over 100,000 votes, and yet Rainbow Six Vegas 1 and 2 are on that list and Black Ops isn't, at least at this point in time. I don't see why, through a pre-order bonus to make some fans happy, they could throw in Future Soldier. It'd give players an incentive to reserve their copy of Wildlands, and they'd be happy, we'd be happy, and we could go home with all smiles. Personally, for me, just for the record, I'm not really a fan of developers remastering games, even backwards compatibility to an extent. It allows them to focus on old experiences when they could be developing new ones for us. With that being said, I still am a sucker for a classic, and Future Soldier definitely falls into that category for me. Please like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, my Ghost Recon playlist is in the description. I have been Ampy. I will see you guys in the next video.